Hey, what is up, everybody? So today I want to go over the Packers versus Bengals final injury report. It just came out, was tweeted by Rob Domofsky, and so I want to go over all these players, who's questionable, who's going to be out, and who will be playing here for the Packers and for the Bengals. Now, unfortunately, the Packers have dealt with so many different injuries this season, specifically on the offensive line. And to start it off here, Aaron Banks, groin/knee injury. He was limited all week, so it looked like a really good sign Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. Unfortunately, he will be questionable heading into Sunday's matchup. He and both Banks and Zach Tom did not play last game against the Dallas Cowboys, and the Packers just have not had those five guys, those five starters out there consistently. And when you pay Aaron Banks so much money in free agency, you give Zach Tom that big contract before this year. Hopefully we'll get to see them all out there together sometime soon, but Banks, we do not know if he'll play. He's questionable. Now, Anthony Belton is going to be out, more of a backup tackle, rookie this year. Didn't practice Wednesday, Thursday, or Friday with a ankle injury. Then Kingsley Enagbare, ankle, he's going to be fine. Nate Hobbs, concussion, he is going to be questionable going into this game. And so if Hobbs isn't playing, we'll probably see more Carrington Valentine. And then we have Tucker Kraft is totally fine. Love is fine. Brandon McManus, right quadricep injury, limited Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. And I saw that Matt LaFleur at first seemed to be a little more concerned. McManus then sounded like McManus thought he was confident he would play, but he is questionable going into this game. And so that's a big one. I mean, if he doesn't play, the Packers will need to hope that McNamee can play well, or if they decide to bring someone else on. But McManus yesterday sounded pretty confident, so we'll see there. Then Jacob Monk, hamstring, another lineman, questionable. Jordan Morgan, fully good to go. Zach Tom, questionable, oblique/back injury. Just like Aaron Banks, Zach Tom did practice Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. And so if I had to take a guess just based on the fact that they were practicing all week, I feel like Tom and Aaron Banks will be good to go. At the same time, you don't want to rush either of them back because a few weeks ago, Zach Tom went out there for one snap and unfortunately was unable to return, missed the next game. So I assume the Packers will be pretty conservative when it comes to their approach with these linemen because against this Bengals team, it'd be better to allow someone else to play than risk further injury when the Packers really need these offensive linemen to get healthy. Then Christian Watson, he's going to be out. Thankfully, he was practicing this week, and so that's great to see for Watson returning from his ACL injury, but he was limited all week, won't be playing this week. Saban Williams is good to go, and then Devontae Wyatt, who left the Cowboys game, he is going to be out in this one. He's a big loss here. He's one of the better interior pass rushers, I would say, in the league. He's played very well recently. He didn't practice all week, so a lot of injuries for the Packers. Now for the Bengals, the biggest one being Jamar Chase, which I made a video on a couple hours ago, but he has an illness, and he didn't practice on Friday, and he is questionable. No doubt that's a big loss if he does not play. With Joe Flacco coming in his first week, picking up this Bengals offense, you definitely give the Bengals a much better shot if Flacco had Jamar Chase to throw the ball to, and we do not know if he will be playing. Then Dylan Fairchild, guard, knee injury, limited Friday. He is going to be questionable. And then Matt Lee, center, questionable. Lucas Patrick, guard, who used to be former Packer, questionable, but he fully practiced Thursday and Friday. So when a player's fully practicing, I feel like you would expect him to play, but unknown there. And then Shamar Stewart, ankle, he is going to be doubtful for this one. So a ton of injuries. Let's hope the Packers can get healthy as the season goes by and they don't continue to suffer lots of these different injuries. I did put out a Packers-Bengals preview prediction earlier this week, so if you want to check that out on my channel, feel free. But I'll be out with a reaction video after this game on Sunday. Hopefully the Packers can get back into the win column after tying the Dallas Cowboys a couple weeks ago. That's all for today, and I'll see you guys next time.